Hello watch lovers and welcome to my channel Wristwatch and Wallet. Today I have another affordable homage watch to share with you guys, and in this video we will cover unboxing of the watch, source of inspiration for this watch, the build quality of the watch, about the watch dimensions and other nitty-gritty details, wrist check, lume test, price of the original and homage watch, and cons and pros of the watch. Now, but before moving forward, if you haven't subscribed, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Now, without further ado, let's dive into it. First, the company name is Binbond and the model number is B930. Now let's open this box. Surprisingly, in this box you will get only two things. One is your watch and other is this tool which can be used to size the bracelet. Well, in many affordable watches, they do provide cleaning cloth and a warranty card, which doesn't make much difference, but in this case, I'll miss the cleaning cloth. Okay, this is the first look of the watch. Well, this is a blue dial variation, and apart from this, you can choose from other three variations. I will try to show the images of those variations on the screen. It will be much easier than explaining. Now let's quickly remove the plastic. This is the first look after removing the plastic. And I must say it looks very decent. Now come to the part from which timepiece this homage is inspired. I will give you 5 seconds to guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, and if you have guessed Rolex Yacht Master reference number 126622, then you are absolutely correct. In year 2012, Rolex introduced all new version of the stainless steel and platinum Yacht Master with a blue sunray dial, and it was an instant classic. Now let's discuss the features of this watch. The watch has a shiny case with blue dial. So let's first discuss about the dial. As you can see, the dial is blue with sunburst effect, which gives an amazing look to this watch. At position 12 o'clock, we can see the brand name and there's some more text printed just beneath it. I'll try to zoom in to read that text. It says Binbond Perpetual, date just. And at 6 o'clock position, there's some more text which says water resistance, superlative chronometer, official certified. I don't think this watch has been officially certified or anything like that. They just wrote this text to give a visual balance to the dial. Moving forward, all the indices on the watch are in circular shape except for 12, 9 and 6. They are in different shapes, as well as all the indices are covered with a strong silver lining, which is a bit different than the original watch. The watch has 3 hands, one for hour, one for second and one for minute. It has iconic Mercedes hour hand and the lollipop seconds hand. The hour indices are separated by seconds marking, or you can say it's minutes marking. You can find the date complication at 3 o'clock position. To ease the reading, they have provided a cyclops, but it is not doing a good job. As per my opinion, if a cyclops is not magnifying the date or text by 2 times, then it's just a waste of space or resources, whatever it is. Anyhow, let's move forward. And there's one more issue which I have just noticed. To show it, I need to zoom in. And now, if you see over here, sometimes the second hand misses the marker. See, here it's completely misaligned, which is a quality issue. And to be honest, I've seen this issue in many affordable watches. The bezel of the watch has a platinum look, just like the real Yacht Master. However, I'm pretty much sure that this bezel is made up of some alloy or metal. The bezel has 60 clicks and it is unidirectional, which means it can rotate only in one direction. And in this watch, it can only be rotate in anti-clockwise motion. But there is one bad thing, which is playback. This has a plenty of it. See? So if you wear this watch, then don't try to impress anyone by the bezel click because it's not very smooth. Discuss about the case. The case of the watch is very thin, which is very good, and it is polished from side, from top, and as well as from bottom. The crown. The crown is guarded, however, it is unsigned and it is non-screw-in style, which means it just push and pull. It has three positions. One is resting, one is for date change, and one is for time change. Let's try to change the time. Okay, it's moving smoothly. Now there's one more thing which I want to check is jump effect. Sometimes you might have seen in many quartz watches that if when you push the crown, the minute hands jumps a little bit. So let's see if we have that problem in this watch. So just a little bit. Let's try one more time. Just a little bit. The bracelet is oyster style. It is brushed on the side and polished from in center. The side of the bracelet is also polished and link seems to be solid because I don't able to find any seam. Yep, they seem to be solid. The sides are also polished and links are held together by push pins. That makes sense because they have provided the tool. Let me try this one. They provided this tool to push the pins out and size the bracelet. Now talk about the clasp. It is a double clasp, but in my opinion, it is not of very good quality. It's a cheap one. So in order to open this clasp, you need to push this and then you'll be able to open it. And in order to close it, you just need to push or press. Yep. The watch display glass is Hardlex, which is just a fancy name for mineral glass. And as per my past experience, the watches with mineral glass, they look nice, but they are not scratch resistant. A hard scratch while crossing a narrow space can ruin the look of a watch. Then the only option left is to replace it. Although they come inexpensive, however, changing the display glass requires some decent skills and tools. The watch has great depth, giving it a nice character. Now let us measure the dimension of the watch. It's 42.4 mm. The thickness of the watch is around 12.4 mm. Lug to lug is 48.7. The bracelet is 21.9. I would say 22. And it is tapered down to 17.9. I would say 18. Now, back of the watch is, as I mentioned, the bottom is also polished, and the back cover seems to be made up of steel. Yep, it's mentioned stainless steel back, and it has logo of the makers and the Binbond name, and it says 30-meter oblique 100 feet water resistant. Okay. Surprisingly, the back cover seems to be screw-in style, or it's press-on style. Here's the space where you can put your tool to open the cover. As we can see, the end links are hollow. They are not solid. I'm pretty much sure that the case of this watch is made up of alloy. It can't be stainless steel, because I have seen in many watches which have stainless steel case have brushed bottom. Now we'll try to do the wrist test. Basically, we will see how it looks on a wrist. So my wrist size is 6.5 inches, and in order to size it up according to my wrist, I need to remove some links, and I think I need to remove around five links. So let's quickly do it. That's strange. It's not coming out. Okay. The tool they have provided is already bent, so it's useless. I'll use my own tools. So I've got this tool. We will try to use this one to unlink the links. Looks. Although I don't expect much from these affordable watches in aspect of lume, but here we can see that all the indices and the second hand as well as the hour and minute hand are visible quite fairly, and let's see how long they last. So I'll try to speed up the video to save you time. Let's discuss about the good and bad points about this watch. First, start with the good points. Price. Price is one of the good point. You are getting a good looking watch in just 22 Canadian dollars, which is around 16 to 17 US dollars. So it's a good deal. The second thing is dial. The dial of this watch is excellent or fabulous. From a 10-foot view, this watch looks excellent, which is one of the most important thing. When you wear a watch, people first thing notice about the watch is the dial. Now the third thing is bracelet. Bracelet of this watch is also very beautiful. Links are solid. They are brushed, polished, again brushed from side. They're held together by push pins, which is again very easy to handle. And the clasp of this bracelet or this watch provide room for micro adjustment, which is also very good. Now let's discuss about the bad points. Well, there are lots of bad points about this watch. The first is end links are hollow. The second bad point is bezel. It has a lot of back play and the voice of clicking is very annoying, or you can say it's not good. The other thing is chrome plating. The case of this watch is chrome plated, and which is a big no for me. As per my past experience, I have seen over the time this chrome plating will fade away and it will start exposing the material below it, and at that particular time this watch or any other watch will become useless. You can't wear it because you will feel embarrassment. So I always suggest to go for watches which has stainless steel case. So yep, that's one thing. And apart from that, the indices, as you can see, the border is too much strong. I don't know why they have done this, but for me it's too much strong. Now comes to a question, whether do I suggest this watch? So the answer is yes and no. Yes, because yep, it's a very good looking watch, and in just $22 you will get a luxury looking watch. And no, because of this chrome plating. I always suggest to keep away or stay away from watches which has some kind of plating, because they will not last very long. Yep, if you want to wear it as a fashion thing just for a few months or just for some short period of time, then yes, you could go for it. But if you are a collector or you want to keep your watches for a longer time, then stay away from plated watches. So in the end, it's your money. You can do whatever you want. That's all for today. That's a wrap up of this Rolex Yacht Master homage. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment below. And if you want to see more reviews and other exciting content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you in the next video.